You know, people see van life online and think it's all beaches, sunsets and no worries. And yeah, those moments happen. But the truth is, I don't have a trust fund or a big pile of savings. I'm just out here working my way around Australia, living full time in my van and figuring it out as I go. There's no secret money sitting behind the scenes. It's just me working, saving, and then getting back on the road. And that just keeps this lifestyle going. Van life isn't one long holiday. This is my normal life. I still have bills, fuel, food, repairs, all the usual stuff. So I work. Sometimes casual jobs, sometimes short-term gigs, sometimes long hours on site. Whatever keeps the wheels turning. A lot of people don't see that side. The work behind the freedom. I can live simply and travel light without needing heaps of money. But you've got to put in the effort, and honestly, I like it that way. There's something pretty special about knowing I have earned every kilometre, every camp spot, every sunrise view. I didn't start van life because I was rich. I started because I wanted the freedom. Freedom from rent, mortgage, big bills, from the same old routine. Sure, it's not always easy. There are those long days with dirty boots and early mornings, but it's worth it. At the end of the day, I get to come back to my little home on wheels. Cook dinner with the door open, watch the sunset over a new view. And that feeling, that's something money can't buy. So this video is a real look at how I make it work. With no trust fund, no magic, just hard work and the love for the road. Hi everyone, if you're new here, welcome. And for those of you that are returning, thank you so much for your support. I'm blown away of how many people have reached out to me, and it's appreciated. My name's Leanne and I live full-time in my self-converted 2019 Ford Transit van. This is my new home. I started to build it out I purchased it in April and built it out over the Perth winter, which I would not recommend doing. And I started to live in this in the end of July, early August of this year. So one of the main questions that I always get asked is, how do I afford to live on the road and maintain this lifestyle? Well, surprisingly, I work like everyone else, but I would have to say the best thing about this lifestyle is I don't have to work the crazy hours that most people do. I get to work a lot less hours, and I get to choose when I want to work. So I may take off months at a time and not work at all and just travel or do whatever I feel like I want to do. And other times I will dedicate myself to working. And for those of you that have been following me for a while, I did do some time on the mines, and I would have to say that I am truly grateful for that opportunity, because not only did it allow me to purchase a home, which I then sold, made a little bit of a profit, which went into this build, it also gave me enough money to put aside for an emergency in case anything happens in this van. When I first started in van life, I literally had no idea where to even look for a job. I just didn't know. So when I first started traveling, the first things I used to do was, if I pulled up to a caravan park or something, I would ask them if there was any work, and if there was, you know, like if it was paying, or could I exchange my time for staying at the caravan park for free for a couple of days. That always kind of worked. I've worked at a golf course in the kitchen, preparing the food and that for a big tournament that they had over, I think it was like 2 days or 3 days or something. So I helped in the preparation of that. When I was on the mines, I started off as a cleaner, and the best way to get a job on the mines, I think personally, is to go through a labour hire company. So providing you have a driver's license and a clear criminal record, and you can get a police clearance, you will be able to get work pretty much anywhere if you are willing to be a utility worker. Utility worker, what that means is you're a cleaner, and you help out on the grounds maybe, and you also work in the kitchen. So I started doing cleaning. I did 3 months up in the Pilbara, and then I transferred to another mine site and started doing mine site cleaning. That, I would say, I thoroughly enjoyed the mine site cleaning more than the village cleaning. And I stayed in that job for 6-7 months. The only downside to that was I was on a 2-in-1 roster. So when I was on site, I would do a week of days and then a week of nights, and then I'd be home for a week. So I would put the van at the airport and just pay for the long-term parking there, which was around 100 and I can't quite remember now, 100 and something dollars. But anyway, I felt that the van was safe there under the cameras and stuff, so I would put the van at the airport and then go to work, and then when I'd come back, I would be so completely wrecked from doing the night shift that I would literally pick up the van, I would drive and park up at the back of the Quest Hotel parking lot, and I would literally sleep for 16 hours straight. I was so completely shattered, and anyone that does night shift on the mine sites, hats off to you, because yeah, I managed to do it for 6 months and then I was done. Then I got offered an administration role on the mines, which I took. And quite quickly that actually turned into a traineeship doing village management. I learned so much from doing that job. They entrusted me to purchase everything required to set up a small exploration camp, which learned so much from that. I'm still getting over the flu. Then I went to head office and was doing the travel logistics there, where you book everyone's flights and accommodation for the mines and vehicles to and from the mine sites. I don't like the city. I'm going to give it to you. I would rather go and work remotely somewhere by myself than to be stuck in the city full of hundreds of other people all sitting there at their laptops and computers. Not for me. Didn't enjoy it, not one bit. Money was good. Some of the utility companies like Sodexo, Civio, if you apply through them, getting work on site is relatively not that hard. Because once you're on the mine, even if you're cleaning or you're working in the kitchen, your network of people that you know, it just opens up, and it allows you to be able to talk to other people and see what other areas that you can move into. And once you're on a mine, they like to keep you there pretty much, and they will work with you to try and find you other job opportunities. So if you're interested in the mines, go for it. You know, the money's great. Make a plan, put everything aside that you can, and yeah, maybe you too, you can get a van, or it's great to pay off some other debts that you might have, maybe. I don't know. Early on in my van life journey, when COVID and everything was happening and jobs were a little bit harder to come by, to keep me busy and stuff, I was actually making jewelry and clay earrings in the van. It was quite difficult to do. And then I was just selling them online through Facebook, Etsy, and in my daughter's garage, actually. Just as a pop-up shop, I sold some earrings through there. Drop shipping was another thing that I did online, and that I've only just closed like very, very recently, only because it's really difficult for me to get internet in a lot of the places that I go to. But if you're looking at maybe staying in the city where you always have internet access, drop shipping could be an option. I signed up with a course, and they teach you the beginnings of drop shipping right to the end. The one thing that did really, really impress me is the step-by-step presentations that they do on how to set you up to start you drop shipping. Like, I didn't have a lot of knowledge on how to build up websites and stuff like that, and the course was called 6FDS, and their support is absolutely amazing. And like, for me, it's taught me that if I want to go out in business again, I might not want to do drop shipping, but I can definitely see myself purchasing my own product, bringing it to Australia, and then using the knowledge that I had learned from the dropshipping course to incorporate that into my new business to sell a new product within Australia. So I'm very glad that I did that. Another thing I had is I have shares. So while I was at the mine, I invested in different ETF shares through an app called Perla. They're an Australian brokerage company, and they have a few really good set out ETFs. Some are US, some mostly are Australian though. And some of them are actually combined. So I have 3 at the moment, and all of them have been doing quite well. Some months it may pay for a tank of fuel and my food. Other months not so, but all in all, for only having ETFs for 2 years and I'm getting dividends every single month, I'm really happy with that. Most recent way that I have found work is through joining Facebook groups. Now, I listen to a podcast, Traveling Caravanning Australia, I think it's called, and a lot of them had recommended going onto Facebook groups, and when you're going to a town, join the Facebook group within that town and promote yourself. Say, hey, my name's Leanne, I'm coming to town, I'm willing to do some work, does anyone know of anything? Another way is to join Facebook groups. This is probably the easiest way to find work if you're willing to do cleaning, grounds work, or administration. is Caravan Park Industry Jobs Group in Australia. Now, the caravan parks throughout the whole of Australia put their ads on there of what they actually need, and then you can just message them and they'll send you, or they'll, you know, add in their email address and you send your resume. Or quite a few people actually promote themselves and say, you know, hey, we have experience in cleaning or such. We're going to be in WA. Does anyone have any work? Literally within a day, I had work. So that's probably been the easiest and the quickest way for me to get work. And I think I'm going to continue just going through the Caravan Park Industries jobs page to try and find work while I'm touring around. So at the moment, I'm just doing cleaning, which is great. I'm in a beautiful location. I do not have to pay for my site. I've got power, so I've actually got my freezer plugged in. Oh shit, I forgot to plug my freezer into 12 volt. Hang on a minute. Wait. I'm sorry, freezer. Just one moment. Oh my god, no. So when I'd actually contacted them, I said that I was available up until February. So if they had work for me between now and February, then I was willing to come. They were offering 25 to 35 hours per week, which is perfect because it gives me enough time to still go off and travel and do whatever I want. I'm not slugging my guts out. It gives me enough money that I'm only buying food. So for me, it's perfect. And yeah, the other jobs that I have noticed while I've been driving is nearly every roadhouse has a sign out the front saying staff required. Like, if you only want to work there for a week, go in and say, I can give you 1 week and these are the hours that I can give you. I'm willing to work 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours for you. Like, if you're just honest and go in there, they'll probably put you on because, you know, they're always looking for staff. So there's just some ways that I've managed to survive living this lifestyle on the road. And I think if you want to take the plunge and do it, then do it. I don't have the big expenses anymore. So for me, this lifestyle gives me the freedom. I'm debt free. I have money in the bank. I get to travel to amazing, beautiful places. And I decide on when I want to work and when I don't want to work. So, no brainer for me. So if you've been working while you've been traveling, put some messages in the comments so, you know, like everyone can read it and get some ideas on how they can find work while traveling on the road. I think this community, van life community, caravanning community, everyone supports each other. I lived in a house, I didn't even know my neighbour, but now I live in a van. Everyone wants to know you. So the community is huge. And I have people on my phone that I met, you know, in my very first week of vanning. I was in a house for a year and didn't even know my neighbour's name. Wouldn't even know. So, you know, like, we should all support each other and help each other out. So pop some comments down below and maybe that will help somebody else in giving them an idea in getting work on the road. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to everyone. And then hopefully, eventually, YouTube will monetize me and that'll be another form of income. Yes! And thanks to you guys with, I've just had 10,000 watch hours, which is brilliant. Thank you.
I remember years ago, something missing in my soul, chasing highs yet always feeling low. I remember how you looked, one hello and I was hooked, found the missing piece that made me whole.